Hello, sexy souls. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. This is going to be a quicker reading. It's a yes or no for love, top row, career and work related, bottom row. And you can ask a question for love and career. You just have to choose two different cards here. And I'll also be doing runes. These runes are bloodstone. They're face down, so you don't, because some of you might be able to read runes, and it might throw you off. But yeah, these were gifted to me by the lovely Sarah. Thank you so much if you're watching, Sarah. And yeah, I have been trying to learn how to read these for a while. I had an old set, but I love these way better because my ex got me the old set. And I don't know, I just didn't really vibe with it as much. But these, I love Bloodstone, so I loved kind of using these, and I've been using them for the past couple of weeks now to refresh myself. And I'm learning I want to learn the names, and thank God for my acting career that didn't really become a career at all. But when I was learning lines, I came up with a system, and I think that that system came into play very nicely here with remembering the names. Don't want to go into detail about it, but basically, learning runes for me was a lot more complicated than tarot because I'm an image person. I like to get lost in the images of the cards and the symbols, but I also love sigils and symbols that are very basic as well. So this will be probably a new thing you might see on my channel, is I'm implementing runes into the readings. So without further ado, let's get into it. So just think on a question, love or career, and then choose one of the three piles. So this is pile 1, 2, and 3 for love. This is pile 1, 2, and 3 for career. And yeah, I will see you in a second. Okay, hello group number 1. Welcome to your yes or no reading for whatever question you have that is love related. So the rune that you have, which kind of looks like the Sagittarius glyph, it's I had to write it down because I always forget what it's called. This one is 𝐁𝐨𝐤𝐵, and this one's about courage. It's about like being victorious. It's about also masculine energy. I think on that Sagittarius energy when I look at this as well. That's why I was pointing that out. I think on that, like, you know, that getting things started, that go ahead energy. So it's very much about like being, you know, in that grounded energy, but kind of, you know, not like the emperor. More so, it's for me, I feel with this, it's more so about knowing exactly what you want in a calm manner, whereas like the emperor is more like, you know, they will argue if they have to argue just to get the point across of like what they want to do. So this is like masculine energy that is quite calm. Okay, so we'll see how this plays into your question. You have hydrate. Okay, so and the number 27. Okay, and we're going to use the White Newman Tarot to see what we get for you. So let us just shuffle here quickly. I do feel like something is needing to be, yeah, I feel like right now you are literally forgetting to hydrate in all areas of life. You're forgetting to, you know, take a bath, you know, spend a little bit more time in the shower, spend a little bit more time to actually, you know, take time to breathe. So this could mean that your relationship is suffering due to you focusing on what you want, and you're trying to, you know, maybe calm yourself down. This is energetically what I'm feeling, just what I'm picking up from this. So you may be feeling that you have a lot on your mind, but it's because you feel like you're feeling this pull towards doing what you want to do. Okay, so we're talking about strength, and we got the strength card. So that's what that rune actually, it is talking about strength, this card. I want to pull one more actually. Unfortunately, the only reason I'm pulling another one is because strength for me is sort of like a maybe. Okay, so I just want to pull one more to just see. Two of Cups. Yeah, this is very yeah. This is very like, you sort of, whatever your relationship is, it's like both of you need to sort of work together. Okay, there needs to be some sort of balance between this relationship that you're talking about. Okay, because I do feel like one of you seems to be picking the other one up all of the time. Okay, so I think the answer to your question is a maybe, and the reason for that is, until both of you are on the same page and both of you are having the same amount of fun as maybe you used to, or what you want to have going forward, it's basically a waiting game is what I'm picking, because someone needs to hydrate their soul, someone needs to there could be some form of inflammation as well in the body, I don't know, and that could be a sign that, you know, this is telling me something about the other person, either you or the other person. It could very much be you, but again, this is masculine energy, so it might mean that the person who has more of the masculine energy is going through a bit of a tough time at the minute. So you just sort of have to be compassionate and wait for them, and the only way that you can really help them is to make sure that you're helping yourself or looking after yourself. Okay, so yeah, so I don't know, it feels like your question is like, will it get better, or will things improve, or will they come back, or blah blah blah, whatever it is like that. It's like maybe, it depends on which way it goes. But you are supposed to very much be there for them, okay, and sort of kind of flow with them in a really healthy way. Okay, so that is what I got for you, group number 1. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will catch you next time. See you. Goodbye. Okay, hello, group number 2 for the question regarding love. Okay, so the rune that you have, you can't really see it very clear. You can if I do that, actually. So this rune is called 𝐫𝐤𝐴𝐲, and this is actually reversed. I do, so I'm funny. When I learned tarot, I was like, I want to learn the reversals. And the way I kind of use reversals, I depend. Sometimes I'm like, it means that it's a blockage. Sometimes it means that you're resisting it, blah, blah, blah. So, and this rune talks a lot about, well, the main energy of this is sort of going through changes and miracles for me as well. The way I see this rune is like two sort of parallel universes sort of kind of merging with one another. So it's like some sort of a shift comes in, so the way the line goes like that, and the other one's coming, two horizontal lines kind of coming into one. So that's how I see this, and that's how I interpret it for myself. So it's like magic and believing in like alternate universes or parallel universes or whatever. That's how this is my way of picking this up, because the rune is about change, But because it's reversed, I feel like maybe you've lost a little bit of that spark and believing in magic, or believing in like miracles can happen, or something along those lines. Or there is a reason why you're asking this question, because maybe you could possibly be resisting some sort of change. So this question could be about wanting something to change, or wondering if it will change. But obviously maybe you're resisting it, or they're resisting it. Okay. So, and the card we have, oh cool actually. We have journal. So we have 29, 11, 1 plus 1 is 2. So this is definitely about partners. Okay. I am picking up for some people, maybe you haven't met your partner just yet. And maybe you are trying to manifest a really nice relationship. Just with manifestation and law of attraction and stuff like this, you don't want to get too wrapped up in it. So journaling, maybe in a way that is fun for you. Okay, so if you're journaling and you're getting specific about the kind of partner that you want, blah blah blah, because that has worked for so many people, and it actually worked for me, not gonna lie. I attracted the partner that I wrote down on a piece of paper. However, that partner turned out to be not the best for me. So, you know, it works, but also it could very well, it's like, you know, you plan and the universe is sort of laughing, because they're like, yeah, do that for now anyway, see what happens. Now, I'm not trying to put you off journaling. I'm just trying to say, don't get too serious about it. But I do think with journaling here, the main thing that I am picking up from this is about getting creative, sort of, you know, having fun with it, okay? And maybe writing down your question that you maybe are asking now, and then maybe whatever I say, you could journal a little bit about that and see what flows from there, okay? Because this is my perspective, again, two different perspectives coming together to sort of navigate you in the right, whatever direction is right for you, okay? So just take what I say, write it, and then journal about it. That's maybe what I'm getting up, picking from this. So, yeah, let us start. So, we are using the White Newman Tarot, my new tarot deck. Okay, so let's go. Okay, we have the High Priestess. I can see why you're being asked to journal. King of Cups. Wow. I really do think that, okay, I take it back now. Maybe you guys are supposed to manifest through journaling. Otherwise, scrap what I'm talking about. I'm sorry if that's not resonating. This is very strongly to the point for me. But yeah. So, the answer to your question would be more of a no. Okay? Just because the High Priestess, there's something more to the story, or more to your question, okay? And I think that that's why you have journal here. So maybe if you're not the type of person to journal, you could do some sort of meditation, or you could pull tarot for yourself, or do some sort of divination to kind of conjure something from that question that you're asking, okay? Because I think there's more to it. There's more details here in the way that because the King of Cups and the High Priestess, and the energy that I'm getting is maybe you're creating if you are in a relationship, maybe you're sort of trying to align them with your energy, and that may be something that isn't going to work, because there maybe you have to realize that you need to step down sometimes, and not everyone can always be on your level, okay? Because there's a lesson in that as well. And also, it could be that you are very psychic, and that you sort of envision sort of the best possible partner. So if you're not in a relationship, you sort of can get a little bit carried away because you are so visual, okay? And you envision the King of Cups, which is the best of the best for the High Priestess. Okay, so basically what I'm getting here is, right now, there needs to be a little bit more reflection, self-reflection, okay? Okay, because the High Priestess, the Journal, and the King of Cups, it's like this is sort of, to me, seems too good to be true. Okay? Because I just, with this being the center focus, and I think that your belief in okay, because this is reversed, and this is about believing in miracles, and miracles can happen. Of course they can happen, but just being overly specific maybe is not what your guides want you to do. They want you to sort of let them, you know, put into your reality what is kind of more fun for you, rather than thinking that this is what is right for you. Maybe you need something a little bit of maybe you need a little bit of that King of Wands energy, instead of someone who's like emotionally available all the time. Maybe you need someone who's kind of that fire energy that's like, let's go do this, let's go create this, let's live our lives in a completely different way to what you're used to, okay? So, yeah. If you have sort of some high expectations for your partner, sort of let them be who they want to be as well, I'm getting that. And do more of the journaling about yourself. Why do I want them to be like that? Why do what's in it for me? What is the pros and cons of someone who would be like this? And then the pros and cons of the sort of people that you are being attracted to right now, or like that are coming into your life, okay? But yeah, that is all I have for you, group number 2. I hope that helped. Leave a comment down below if it did, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Okay, hello, group number 3 for the love question. So, to start off with, you got the rune. I always forget the name of this one. Hold on, I've written down 𝐁𝐨𝐴𝐤𝐧𝑠? I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is one that I always get for myself. And I really, really like this rune. I sometimes draw it on candles, because this one is about communication and like getting a message from spirit, or a message in general, just like receiving a message from someone. So that could be something that's part of your question, like you're wondering, should you message them, or should you wait, or whatever it may be. But there's something about communication here, okay? And I also think that there is a lot of power in, being the one that doesn't always think that the divine timing, because there's something about this, waiting for divine timing to play a part in this, or something along those lines. When I'm getting more of a feeling that, you just sort of have to just jump through the hoop, okay, and get it kind of started yourself, okay? And the card that we have is watch a movie. 54. Okay, so for some of you, maybe you want to watch a romantic movie, or maybe you want to ask them to, Netflix and chill. Or there's something here there's going to be maybe a message in a movie that will sort of also help answer your question. So I invite you to, you know, if you're not wanting to ask them to come over and Netflix and chill, or if you're in a relationship and you're asking a relationship question, maybe you should invite your partner to sit down and like, let's watch this movie. Maybe it's some kind of deep and meaningful sort of a movie or documentary. And this is sort of saying, yes, ask them to sit down and see what they think, okay? Because these are self-care cards, so it could be that... Well, hold on, 54. Yeah, 9 as well, 9, and getting wisdom, a message. So there's definitely a message in a movie. There's a message from something that you're gonna watch. Okay, so pay attention to what you're watching as well. It might not just be a movie. It might be like an advert or something like that. So Spirit is basically saying pay attention to the powers that be, the divine powers of the universe. Because, you know, movies and stuff, they always... whatever movies we watch, there's always something deeper to it than what the plot is, okay? So we're using the Divine Human Tarot. I'm gonna shuffle that again because I wasn't really concentrating. Whoa, there we go. Page of Wands. Okay, I just want one more. And the World. Wow. So obviously the World and the Page of Wands together, this is a very yes energy for me when it comes to love, because of the fire, the passion, the world sort of feeling like you've completed a cycle, you're ready to start a new cycle, and you're ready to sort of take inspiration from movies and sort of telling yourself, seeing yourself as a new character in your own movie life, okay? Because that's what I get with the Page of Wands, sort of like starting fresh and sort of reinventing yourself, because you have the World card here as well. So you've completed a cycle in your life. You can sort of reinvent yourself now and also be passionate in a new way and sort of play with that little pussycat, you know what I mean? Get a little bit back to that more immature way of seeing love and relationships, which is not so serious, okay? The Page of Wands is like, you know, just wanting to have fun, sort of wanting to explore whole new territory, okay? And with the World card here as well, which is the World is Saturn, okay? So sort of not restricting yourself and thinking that, you know, maybe I can't go that way, maybe I can't do that sort of thing, or that be in that direction, okay? But this is saying yes, you can. You can be any character that you want to be in a movie. You can create yourself to whatever your heart desires, basically, okay? But just again, don't lose yourself. Just pay attention to the messages that Spirit's sending you, and don't lose yourself in, you know, trying to be someone that you're not. That's what you don't want to do. Because with the World card here, it's like you should know who you want to be, and you should know who you don't want to be anymore, okay? Because it's like, the way I feel about this is like you are watching everyone else sort of have this kind of picture perfect kind of movie lifestyle, and you're like, I need to create this for myself. So I'm going to start. Let's get this going, okay? So yeah, I really, really like this. Love this World card as well, and she is looking at her, okay? So if you are spending a little bit too much time just sort of thinking and thinking and thinking and wasting your time thinking even more. It's time to kind of now take the action. Okay? So this would be, the way that I see this is like, again, jumping through the hoop, and the world card is that circle, so jumping through that hoop into a whole new portal, whole new life, and maybe asking people on dates, or, you know, doing something that you wouldn't normally do. Okay, but that is all I have for you, group number 3 for the love questions, and yeah, I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Okay, hello. Group number 1 for the work-related and career-related questions. So the rune that you have, I really like this one because it's like proper dark, and then you can proper see. Whoa! Wow, that wow, that made my ears ring. So this is a strong energy. Group number 1. Okay, and you have attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way, because the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. Okay, so let's kind of break this down a bit first. So what I'm sort of, this here is about like changing the way that you're doing things. Okay, so there is a change here, and you're going through some sort of a new cycle. I think, to be honest, you're preparing for this new cycle. This is what I'm getting from this to begin with. So whatever this is called, this rune is called 𝐰𝐢𝐭𝐡. I don't know how to spell it, I just know how to pronounce it. I think it's 𝐗𝐸, to be honest. But it's called 𝐰𝐢𝐭𝐡. Anyway, this is also about harvesting and sort of getting rewards and fertility and stuff like that. It's all very, very positive. So I think that you're going through the planting the seeds. Okay, so rather than the way that I'm seeing this with attracting, not chasing, it's sort of like planting the seeds now, and then just letting the universe, you know, do its thing. Okay, because things just don't grow overnight. Basically, that's what it is. So maybe here what it's trying to say with your work is you need to practice a little bit of patience, because if you don't, you know that whole experiment where they're like, they talk to a plant and they send it loving energy and it grows better, and then to the other plant they say rude things to it and it's like dies. This is kind of what I feel with this whole energy. So with work or career, if you're wanting to manifest a promotion or to get a new job or whatever it may be, you just sort of have to plant the seed in whatever way, shape or form you think is right for you, and then you just sort of let it be and let the universe sort of give it to you whenever you're supposed to get it, basically. Okay, because all you are doing is receiving the messages from your higher self, which is like, okay, you need to plant this seed, and then you just wait. Like, this is, you literally leave it up to the universe, and you don't bother with it. I'm like, well, if you want me to plant this seed, I'm going to love and understand that that's where I need to go next. I love where I'm going in my life, and I trust you. So it's more so about just trusting the universe, trusting that. Sorry, the reflection is annoying me, and I don't want to move the light, so I'm going to put this card over here, and we're going to pull 2 cards just to answer the question for you, yes or no. Okay. We have 9 of Wands. Again, this is, you know, what we kind of talked about. I want one more, actually. Yeah. So, I'm gonna try and tilt this a little. I don't know where. Why it wasn't? I don't know if it was like that the whole time. I'm just gonna put it like there. Is that? Oh no, that's really not okay. Maybe there. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's any better, but anyway, we'll go with that. Yep. Sorry. So, with the whatever your question is, the answer for me is more of a no. Because with the devil here, looking back at the Nine of Wands, the way that I see this is, this feels like your energy, okay? You're sort of waiting, like, I don't feel like you're in that energy of chasing after something. You're just like, why am I stuck here? What do I do next? This is more of the energy that I get from this, okay? So not literally physically chasing, but you're so impatient and you just want things to be moving. You want a bit of momentum in your life, but you're like, I don't know what to do though. I don't know what to do. And the devil here is looking back and basically saying, you know what you have to do. So whatever your question is, the answer to it is no, and I'm not sure how that ties in, but it's like no because you're in this situation. You need to get out of this situation and realize why you don't want to move forward. And once you clear that, you'll understand what has been stopping you this whole time, or what has sort of kept you in this energy this whole time. And with the devil here, you know, that ties into things that we are, you know, the devil has a lot to do with material. We're talking about work and finances and stuff like that. And when the devil comes into a question like relating to that, it's things that we are sort of using that are very materialistic, or, you know, maybe we're over indulging in things that maybe we don't need, overspending, or, you know, you could be spending loads of money on work supplies that you don't need. You could be spending a lot of money on things that don't really bring your business or your work life to the potential that it could be. Okay, so it could be to do with spending habits here. You need to stop spending money on things that, you know, are trying to basically keep you in that energy of waiting, because you spent that money, and now you're looking at your account or whatever, and you're like, oh god, I could have used that for this. Or it's just you're going through this for basically, this is a cycle that you're going through, because we talked about this already. This is just a cycle, and every cycle has to change. So this is nothing to be worried about or like stressed out about. It's more so about just paying attention to why it's happening, so that you can move past it. Okay, because that's why the devil's here. The devil wants you to see what you've been tied to. Okay, so that you can release that. Yeah. That is what I have for you, group number 1, for the work-related question. Leave a comment down below if this made any sense, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Okay, hello, group number 2 for your yes or no question for work, career, or finances. Okay, so the rune that you have, which it is reversed, and I am reading reversals for these. So this is called 𝐫𝐤𝐴𝐬𝐻, or Lagos, I forget. I think it's 𝐫𝐤𝐴𝐬𝐻. So this, because it's reversed, it's like the flow. It's like the flow of water, okay? And it's also connected to strong intuition and psychic ability and all that jazz. Okay? So there could be an indication here that you maybe need to spend some time by the water to get some clarity. So maybe you need to go out into nature or be close to a flowing stream of water or something like that, or just having a bath so that you can kind of ask for your guides to kind of, while you're in that state of trance, while you're in a bath or in the shower or something, ask for an answer to come to you, or a little bit more clarity if you would like. Okay, so that's just something that I'm getting from that, because I do feel like part of your feminine energy is blocked off right now. So the psychic, the intuition might be sort of blocked off for a reason. To be honest, I think it's because you're going through this stagnant water, stagnant flow, because of your career or your job. So something around the question that you asked, maybe you're feeling stagnant in your job, maybe you're feeling stagnant with money as well, like money's not just flowing the same way as it did before, or just life in general at work is not flowing the same way. So I don't really know what your question is, but oh my god. I did look at the runes because I just wanted to make sure that I was remembering the names. I did look at the runes, but I didn't look at the cards. So funny. Talking about like asking for a sign in the shower or by flowing water. And I'll just read this actually. It says, give the situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are waiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon divine guidance God gives you. Sorry, it's really late here, and I read that like I don't know how to read. I don't really know how to read, because most of you know that. I know how to read, but when I say it out loud, it just doesn't come out the same way as in my head. God receives... I'm going to stop reading now. I'm going to just pull tarot cards. Jesus Christ. It's very late here, but I just wanted to do a reading. Because I felt like I wasn't that tired, and now I am, so this will mean I will be able to go to bed. The Fool. So the Fool card would be... Let's just pull one more, just to clarify. I just don't feel... Let me see. I want to pop out. There we go, that popped out. Literally, as I said it. Can you pop out, please? And we have the Nine of Wands. We had that literally with the other group. So maybe... maybe some people from the other group didn't think that was the right group for them. Because I'm going to give you the same answer again. The answer again is no for this group. So I don't know what your question is. Just with the Fool card here, the Nine of Wands, the energy here is like two versions of you that are going opposite directions, okay? There's one part of you that's like, I just want to walk away from this situation because I just don't understand it, okay? But what's really being said here is this is a time for you to really be patient with yourself and really sit and feel into the energy of what you need to do before you turn back to doing it the old way. I don't normally read the Fool card like... It's funny. Weirdly, my head this kind of fucked my head up. I never ever seen the Fool card as going backwards, but just because they have their backs to each other, I'm sort of seeing it as going back to your old ways. Because this is a challenge. It's like, oh my god, I'm stagnant here. Literally what I was talking about. I'm stagnant and I don't know how to move forward. So do I just go back to the old thing that I used to do? Is that what I do here? So yeah, that feels like what the question is. Like, do I go back to doing this? And it's what I'm getting is a no. So I think you just have to wait out. Wait it out, because you just have to ask the universe to sort of basically ask the universe to give you a sign, because you're not getting it. And this is something that I do all the time. When I'm just not getting it, I am like, well, I am going to completely ignore everything until you give me a sign. And then usually that day, I'll get a sign. And I always do this. When I'm in this energy, I'm like, listen, Linda. I actually have a name for my higher self. But I don't share that online. So I actually call out a name to my higher self, universe, God, whatever. It's just a name that I have. And when I am like mad or in the energy of like, I'm frustrated, I call it by that name. So it's like extra energy and extra, I'm not really happy right now. So yeah, I feel like you are... How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I thought that wasn't just... I'm just seeing those sparks around her. Yeah, I think that you will... Group number 2, you will be forgiven. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Forgiven for something. Okay, and then the easiest... When I hear that, I'm like, well, first of all, you need to forgive yourself. Because then that will make everything a lot easier, okay? So if something's happened recently with work or finances or spending or whatever it may be, you have to forgive yourself, and you don't want to go back to, doing something and taking a risk that you know might not be the right thing to do, okay? Yeah, the Fool card's not a bad card or anything. It's just the way I'm reading it because of these 2 cards here. And like this, I said this in the other group, but I said the way I see this again is like not wanting to complete a cycle. Like you're almost there completing this cycle, but you're probably dealing with, you might be like, again, a water sign, and you just like being in flow, you like things to be smooth, where this is fire energy. So maybe you don't really like the fire energy, you don't really like the stress that it involves, because after the 9 of Wands is the 10 of Wands, and then that's literally, then it's coming to an end, and that stress is finally almost gone, okay? But that's, the 10 of Wands is the next part, and that's the hardest part. So it's like, don't give up now. Basically, that's what I'm getting. But yeah, I hope that this helped group number 2, and yeah, leave a comment down below if it did, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Okay, hello, group number 3 for career question. So the rune that you have is 𝐿𝐻𝐻. There you go. It is reversed, and I am reading reversals. Doesn't mean that the answer is no to your question. But this is about protection. This is one that I use all the time. I used to use this in the shower, actually. So I would draw 𝐿𝐻𝐻 on the steam of the shower, and I then would draw it on my body as well, because the steam in the shower, it's on my body, and then I would draw this on my heart space, and I would also draw it in the shower and visualize it at the same time. This is just something I did. I always change it up. This is something I used for protection at one point. I use protection things mainly when my energy is quite low. I don't want more negative energy coming into my space, so this is like a protection for, like, I'm not afraid of anyone's energy or anything. It's not about that. But it's just like, if you're in a low energy because maybe you're going through a cycle, a change, maybe you went through some sort of grief, or just you're trying to get back on your feet, or whatever it may be, this is a good rune to work with. I've used this rune a lot, and I love it. And the card we have is Release Jealousy. Okay, interesting. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have... Sorry. that you don't have something. And the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. Okay? This could be other people. Okay? And this maybe is why that's there. But you just need to protect yourself. Yeah, because this is about defense and defending yourself, and maybe you are not defending yourself in the right way. Maybe you're not protecting parts of your work. Maybe you're maybe you're just doing something in the wrong way. For example, maybe you don't want a certain person to know about your work, or someone at work, you don't want them to know about certain things because you feel like they don't like you, or you feel like they might twist things, or whatever it may be. You need to release this, because the way that I see this is, if someone is jealous of you, most of the time you're also jealous of them. Does that make sense? It just feels like it's not even the jealousy thing. It's like, I don't know how that makes sense. But I find that if people are jealous of someone, it's sort of it is really, most of the time it's a mirror, but it's a mirror in a weird way. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Hope you know what I mean. But just release anything that you might be jealous about someone, and then they will also stop bothering you as well. Okay? And if someone, because here, let other people's success inspire you rather than frustrate you. As well, if someone is, like, for example, taking an idea of yours and saying that they came up with the idea at work, okay? That's really frustrating. But rather than letting it annoy you, be like, they like my idea. And they had to, say that they did it. So that means that, like, you can just let them have it, and you keep creating and know where you stand, okay? But don't get mad at them. Just know that, okay, I'm going to speak out more about the things that I'm doing, rather than just, hiding away and letting other people claim what is rightfully mine. I'm going to actually speak up about it while I'm doing it, letting people know this is what's happening, this is what I'm doing, just speaking up before someone else does. Do you know what I mean? About things that you're doing, and not letting them sort of steal. Because what happens is, people see good ideas, or they see what you're doing, and they want to be the ones that does it. It's just the way it goes. And it's like, especially the more extroverted people, they're like, it's not that they're trying to steal anything, they're just trying to be in it. That's just naturally who they are. They're like, oh, leadership kind of energy. Managers do that a lot. They'll take what you said and make it their own, and you're kind of like, oh, that's annoying. So I went off on a tangent, and I want to answer your question, yes or no. So let us do that. Wow, that came out very quickly. And I don't know which one to take. I have 3 here. I'm going to choose one. The Sun. Let me just pull all 3 of them. Okay, the Hanged Man. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's jealousy going on. So the first thing is, once this is done, because you're in the Hanged Man state, and that it makes sense why you're sort of a little bit confused at the minute. But the answer to your question is, like, mainly a yes. It's like, yes, it's quite clear how you can grow from this situation, how you can move past it, how you can walk away from this Queen of Swords energy, okay? So this Queen of Swords might be you as well. Maybe you've been like, ugh, this bitch. Look at her. Leave. Be gone. Okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to be gone and da-da-da-da. And the Sun's energy is a little bit of the ego as well. The Sun can be like, you know, I don't really care. I'm going to just choose to be happy in this situation. And I'm going to do what I want to do. And da-da-da. That's the Sun's energy. The Sun's energy is like the ego sort of helps us grow, okay? Because it helps us sort of get us to the next level, and then we realize that needs to be let go of as well. That's part of the ego, okay? Because even in the spiritual world, there's now a new thing that people talk about is like the spiritual ego, which is like people labeling themselves as certain things. I was talked about this on my Telegram, people labeling themselves as star seeds, and I just don't really like that people do that because they're taking it too serious. You can call yourself whatever you want. You can dress up as a Palladian or a freaking Arcturian, whatever you want to do that. But like some people are taking it too serious. I don't know why I'm going off on a tangent here. I think it's because you're still the last group. But yeah, Queen of Swords, she knows how to defend herself. So that's why this here is coming into play, okay? So with the Hanged Man, I'm seeing that you need to make that upright, okay? So if you are using this sigil, this rune, it has to be facing like this, okay? So if you want to use it for yourself, and I actually use it for different things. I'm not going to go too much into detail about how I use it because, again, it's my own personal journey. I don't know if it's how you use it. Because I do use it for reversals, for other things. Not like cursing people or anything. I don't do that stuff. We get Queen of Swords and the Sun. It's like, yes, two very different energies, but also very alike. Because this person just wants to have fun. This person doesn't really. It's not that important. The fun, especially when it comes to work and career and stuff. This energy, Queen of Swords. So I don't know who you're dealing with. Could be even yourself. Maybe you need to like see that they just are going through a bit of an ego moment. So vice versa. Whoever is in what situation, both of you are just as bad as each other. Sorry if I'm being very straight to the point, and it's not resonating for other people, but I just can't help but say what I see. So yeah, I just think that whoever is in this situation, everyone just needs to change their perspective. You need to defend yourself just like how they would defend themselves, okay? And if you are this Queen of Swords, maybe being a little bit less harsh will let this person open up to you. Because if this is you and this is the other person, they're not a bad person. Okay, they just might not be as intelligent as you. They might just see the good in everything rather than being, analytical and being able to compare. Okay, they might just always see the bright side of life, and that's not always a bad thing. Okay, so it's just kind of working with them is what I'm getting. Okay, so basically, release jealousy could just be release. Just let go of your differences. Put your differences to the side. That's what I'm getting. And yeah, be neutral about everything when you're talking and dealing with this person. Sorry if that was quite clear. So I don't really know if that will resonate with everybody. But yeah, that is it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and leave a comment down below if it made sense, because I don't know if that one would make sense for people, but I'm interested in hearing the story of if I was right about anything, and yeah, I will see you all in the future. Goodbye.